Welcome to this series of videos which focuses on digital publishing. Throughout this next series of videos, we will be creating and sharing and using digital content. We'll be applying a lot of the knowledge, skills and understanding that we've learnt from the previous sessions, and the intention is that you will be much clearer about the advantages of publishing your own digital content and the way in which it can enhance learning and teaching in the context of your own department. On the screen are the 5 priorities identified by FST as key indicators of success as part of this mobile learning project. To assist you in your understanding of digital content, there is a free book available on the iBookstore. So do make sure that you have this book ready for the next video once you've watched this introduction. To get your copy of this free book, simply open up iBooks on your iPad. And when you've opened up iBooks, simply make sure that at the bottom of your screen you have clicked on Featured. And in the top right hand corner, search for E.O. Wilson, and you will then see this cover of the book, and you can download it onto your iPad in readiness for the next video in this series. As always, we have an essential question to consider, and here's the essential question for this series. How can digital documents authored by lecturers and students enhance learning? Now, actually, there is a question within a question here. Maybe we need to consider what we actually mean by digital documents and digital content before we can answer this essential question. The first kind of digital document to consider is a Word document, as in Microsoft Word, but could equally be a Google Word document or an open source Word document. The key thing is it is electronic. A second variation of a digital document is a PDF, which stands for Portable Document Format. This is because a PDF will be readily opened on any digital device that has a PDF reader. And the third kind of digital content that we're considering, especially in this series, is a newer format called EPUB, which is an electronically published document. These 3 formats are not identical. Each of them has its own strengths and advantages. Let's just have a quick overview of these 3 different kinds of documents with some key indicators by which we can measure what the right document is for the right purpose. Firstly, let's identify some features that we expect from a digital document. This is how a Microsoft Word document fares compared with PDF, compared with an EPUB. For example, if you wanted to highlight text, you can use any of these documents and have the ability to highlight text within the digital document. You can only edit text if it is a Word document. All 3 formats allow you to search for text. All 3 documents include hyperlinks that can take you to websites or other parts of the document. You can only insert audio and/or video into a Word-based document or an EPUB document. You can only add bookmarks to a Word-based document and an EPUB document, not to a PDF. Scale according to device is particularly important when we consider that we will be accessing these three different kinds of digital content on different devices. It is also particularly important when we consider accessibility. We may want to change the size of text and expect the content of a document to change accordingly. This can only happen with an EPUB document. Of all three, PDF and EPUB simply require a free reader to be able to engage with the content. If it is a Word document, we would need Word to be able to read it. Finally, the ability to synchronize our document across different devices. Increasingly, we are accessing content on more than one device, so we need to be able to bookmark where we are in a document on one device and be able to pick up on another device and carry on from where we left off. So hopefully already we're beginning to consider that digital content is so much more than just a digital version of a document that has text and pictures. Digital content is much more multimedia in its nature and allows us to engage with the information in a digital document in many more ways than we have been able to do previously. So, back to our essential question. How can digital documents authored by lecturers and students enhance learning? Feedback often falls into these 5 key areas. The fact that when a lecturer or a student creates their own digital content, there's a real sense of ownership. The fact that it belongs to them, and from a lecturer's point of view, that it is bespoke to that particular group of students. The sense of engagement and excitement cannot be overstated, because this is a new and very, very engaging way of creating very rich content, not just for yourself, but for the benefit of others, hence the collaboration. And particularly the comment at the bottom about the content being interactive. This is something you will see very quickly and very early on when we start creating our content in the next video. Creating digital content helps us look at SAMR in a much more clear, focused way. The fact that we can take a text-based document and not just substitute it, but really augment the whole learning experience. And if we're looking at moving from enhancement to transformation, the fact that when we use our own created digital content, we can significantly modify what we expect of students and how we expect them to engage with the content. Bloom's taxonomy comes into sharp focus here especially when we consider the importance of creation as a way of demonstrating learning. So in this series, we will be identifying the features that help us engage students in the learning process using our example book. We'll be taking our own content and creating our own digital book. We'll then look at how to enhance what we've created. And finally, we'll look at how to export what we've created and share it. And to do this, we're only going to be using two apps. We'll be using Pages, and then we'll be using iBooks. When you're ready, and when you've got the sample of Life on Earth downloaded onto your iPad in iBooks, why not go ahead and click on the next video in this series, where we'll be having a look at the features of an effective, engaging digital book, and then how to create our own.